And we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo, and I have a very special guest with me tonight. But before we get to her, I'm going to say hi to some folks I see over in the chat. I see Amy, the Nebraska Hanger, who's very excited for the live show. Penny Day is here. Beth picking Georgia Peaches. She says, hey, I hope you had a great day today. I actually did. I woke up really early, and I've been very productive. It's been a great day. Noman the Frog are here, guys. That's David and Bill, two of my favoriteest people in the whole world. They got the blue wrench. They are mods. Say hi to them. And Tammy's here, a very good friend of mine who just signed up with List Perfectly last night, started using it. So she's excited with her new toy, as she told me. But I'm going to let you guys, let Alex introduce herself to you guys and say hi.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I can't see your chats, but I know Star is going to be sharing with me all the comments, so I'm excited. My name is Alex Shadro. I am the Chief Marketing Officer at List Perfectly. So anytime you get an email or you see an Instagram post or you see a YouTube collab, it's usually me behind it. And my job is really focused around community. So if there's ever anything you want to do within the community, I'm your girl. And my journey with reselling started 10 years ago. I have been reselling for, like I said, 10 years, started off on Poshmark. So made the slow crawl over to eBay, but I actually discovered List Perfectly as a member myself when I wanted to go from Poshmark and eBay over to Depop and Mercari. And I have literally never looked back. I fell in love with it as a member of List Perfectly and I'm now super happy to be on the team. But my career with reselling also has been on the executive side. I actually started a marketplace called Relove, which some of you might be familiar with. Then we closed down and sold it. And now here I am at List Perfectly. So yeah, reselling is my life. I love it. And I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, so that's like the best part I really like about List Perfectly is everyone on your team is actually a reseller.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. And we all didn't mean to get involved in reselling in a way. Like I just wanted to sell some of my clothes and fell in love with it. And Clara and Amanda, I know that Clara has arthritis. And so it was really hard for her to list. And so Amanda made it so that she could list. And it wasn't even like, oh, let's start a company. It's just out of the passion of being a reseller.
That's awesome. So yeah, everybody behind the scenes at List Perfectly, guys, has had experience on all the many platforms that all of us sell on and as resellers. Personally, and I was just talking to Alex before we came on, I met Amanda and Clara almost a year ago at Open. Sorry, my phone. eBay Open last summer, July, would have been 22nd or whatever, the night we were all at Skyfall Lounge. And they were just getting started. They only had Poshmark and eBay available for use on the app. They did not have the bulk option yet. And I believe it was just the two of them on the team at that point. Amanda does all the coding, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And Clara is marketing?
Operations.
Yeah. And I remember them telling us they found a way to link into Poshmark, and they were just so excited. And we had like this little meeting with them. And when we came back, there was just a handful of us they met with that got the first very original affiliate links to help promote them. We did videos with them, and it's not even a year later, and they have hired out, and they have like a huge team now and tons of employees. And the amount of platforms, we're going to get into that a little bit later with Alex, but y'all could be making so much money and having your fingers in so many different pies, as I like to say, with List Perfectly. I guess I'll tell you why I like the platform or the extension. It's an extension. It's not software. It's not anything like that. It's a Chrome extension. It's very easy to use. I like that. You literally just put an extension on your computer. Make sure you're logged into that. I'm going to do a demo in a second, so you'll see what I'm talking about. You just got to make sure you're logged into everything or it won't work right. You'll have to refresh everything. So make sure you're logged into any platforms you're going to be using and your extension. And now with bulk, it's even easier. Back in the day, we had to go one by one, but y'all got the bulk now. You just literally select. I can select 10, 20, 50 things like Alex was saying earlier. And it takes time. It pops up a tab for each item you select, depending on your internet connection and your personal computer. It can be super fast or super slow if you're out in the boonies with bad internet, or if you have a piece of crap laptop like me. But they do pop up. It takes a couple minutes. What I like to do is get them going. I'll get up and get a fresh glass of ice water, use the bathroom, wash my hands, come back. They're all ready for me to go. And I actually timed myself a couple weekends ago. I moved 100 pairs of jeans from eBay to Poshmark in 20 minutes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we all know Poshmark's easier to list on than eBay, but you're still not going to get 100 pairs of jeans moved or up in 20 minutes.
That would take me 500 minutes. I don't even know how many hours that is if I didn't have List Perfectly. It would take me 5 minutes for every single listing.
Yeah, it takes about 5 minutes for every listing without List Perfectly.
Yes.
It moves the photos for you. You do have to make sure you're taking your photos in square mode.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You should be doing that anyway because so many of the platforms prefer the square mode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have an Android. I don't like Apple products as a rule. But do you have an Apple product?
I do. I was just about to pull it up.
Well, good. She's got an Apple, and I can tell you on the Android.
Yeah, if you're in the iPhone, you're just going to see these little buttons on the bottom. I don't know which way I'm going right now, but you're just going to scroll on over to Square, and then you are in a square. That's it.
Yep. Now, this is a S. This is the newest one. I don't remember what the number is after the S. So it might be a little bit different on the older models, but if you're in my Facebook group, the Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, if you just search back, you can search in the group. I did a demo in there, 30 seconds long. It's not long at all. On my son's S7, showing how on the older Androids, but on the newer ones, it's as easy as at the top here. You push that. It's kind of blurry, but you can see where it said one-on-one. That's it. And if you have an older Android, I have a little tiny video in the group you can look at later, or I can even do a YouTube later on it.
So
but if you don't have the square mode, the reason I'm talking about it is because Poshmark will literally look like crap. Poop. I always say poop. Because eBay, if you don't have them in square mode, it'll kind of like fix them. They don't look good on Poshmark. And then I see a lot of folks blaming List Perfectly, and that's not fair. That's why I wanted to bring this up. They move whatever pictures you have from eBay to Poshmark, from Poshmark to Grailed, from Grailed to Citizen, whatever, in the form that you took it in, that you first originally uploaded it. So if it's not in square mode and it looks like crap on Poshmark or Grailed, it's not List Perfectly's fault. It's your fault because you didn't have it in square mode. I do have a video in your leisure time. You can search my channel for List Perfectly Bulk, I believe is the video I did it in. There's a free app that takes your photos and puts them in square mode for you. And it can take like 100 photos and do it in like 5 seconds. Faststone, Photostone.
Wow.
Faststone. I can't remember the name of it. But it's on my laptop. I'm not on my laptop right now. It's on my laptop, but I have a video on the channel showing you guys how to use that. And I still, sometimes when I'm moving older stuff, I have to use that because back in the day, in the beginning, when I was new and I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't take square photos either.
Now it's the norm. You know, Depop is square. I think Mercari is square now. So it is definitely the move to just start in square. For sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's best to just do it in square and then you're done. But if you didn't take all your older photos in square, there is a way to do it quick. And then there's Square Photo, which is a good app for iPhones.
Oh, yeah, I love Square Photo. I use it all the time.
Yep. So it's really easy. I love it because it's easy. It's fast. But why don't I just show you?
Yeah.
Let me learn how to share my screen with the...
So I think for anyone that has never heard of List Perfectly, while Star is kind of getting it up, and I'm sure if you watch Star's channel, you've heard of List Perfectly. But if you haven't, we are the #1 way to cross-post your listings across multiple marketplaces. So if you want to go from eBay to any other platform, or from Poshmark, or from Depop, or from Etsy, or from Grailed, We help, and others, of course, we help you do that. And now we're going to see it.
Yay, thank you. I've like shared the screen with StreamYard like twice.
Oh, no worries.
You guys are looking at us over here on the left and then over here. So when you first sign up for List Perfectly, you're not going to be looking at this. This is my catalog. They do store items for you with certain plans. You don't have to use it. You can, you can't. I got some stuff in there. But when you're new, this isn't what you're going to be looking at. But once you log in, this is what you're looking at. You go over to Help and News. You go down here to get the latest version. And then there it is. You just click Download Now. It is an extension. It is not anything you're downloading to your computer. It is not software. It does not store passwords. It does not ask for passwords. It is an extension on your Chrome. So you have to have Chrome. And then it pops up here once you have it and you just want to open it. Mm-hmm. This is where it's going to ask you to log in. You want to make sure you're logged in, because if you're not, it's not going to work right. It's not going to work at all. But you have to make sure that you're logged in on your platforms that you want to use as well. I always double check that, because if it's not, you'll have to refresh. I've got everything pulled up ready for you guys to show you real quick. I'm in my back end of eBay here on our Plush listings. You can see that a lot of these are already cross-posted. I keep track in the SKU line. It's very important once you start branching out onto many platforms that you keep track somehow of where they are. So if they sell on one platform, you can pull them off another. But Posh or List Perfectly has an ability to do that now, right?
Yeah. So if you were to start your product, like list it in List Perfectly first rather than on eBay first, these are your eBay listings, right? But if you were to actually create your listing on List Perfectly and then cross post from List Perfectly, we track every marketplace that you're on. And when something sells, all you have to do is click the button that says sold, and we remove it from every marketplace for you without you even having to press a single button on the other marketplaces. You don't have to keep track of where you cross posted. We do that for you. So that is the benefit of using List Perfectly catalog rather than cross posting from eBay. That's actually what you would get if you cross post from List Perfectly to the other platforms versus from a platform to another platform.
Right. So if you start with a fresh, brand new listing on List Perfectly, you can then put it out across all the platforms, and then it takes it down for you. I never did that, because when I started with List Perfectly, I already had like 3,000 listings on eBay, and I've just been cross posting. Which I think a lot of us are already in that boat. So, but if you ever got caught up to where you had all your old stuff moved, or anything new that you do, you want to do what she just said. Don't want to do what I do what I say. That's what my mom used to tell me. But I'm going to show you tonight just how easy it is to cross post. So there's a button here, and you click that, and you see how it flipped from start selecting to stop. So I'm just going to go down and say I want to do 3 things. We'll say I could do up to 20 or 50, but just to show you guys, we're going to do these 3. So I say stop. Once I click stop, it brings up the screen right here, guys. Look at all these apps I could cross post to. I'm going to pick which one I want to go to. I'm going to say, today I'm going to list these on Poshmark, but you can pick Facebook. You could pick Boxery. You can do more than one. Let's see what happens when you do more than one, because I don't think I've ever done more than one.
I actually do all of mine at the same time. So I'll copy 20 items to 4 platforms. That will open up 80 windows. So that's why when Star was saying she gets up, goes to the bathroom, gets her water, she's waiting for those windows to open up. And what we do is we copy all of the information right now, you just saw that, from eBay, in this case, to all the different sell pages on each app. So it opens up, and that's why it's so fast to list. You don't have to list your photos. You don't have to add your title. You don't have to add your description. It's all in there for you already, which is why Star was saying she's able to do 100 items in 20 minutes.
Yep. Did you guys see how quick that was? I did 3 items across only 2 platforms, but look how quick that was. So then all I would have to do here is go on and check my title. Well, that would be a good title. I'd be okay with that. There's some things I do delete because you could not have this in your eBay and be a little bit faster. But on our eBay, we have like 100% guarantee money back guarantee. I don't want that on other platforms, but then you just, you can put in your hashtags. I could say it's a Build-A-Bear, select your category. Actually, Mercari's got this new thing too. If y'all are Mercari listers, you don't just have to pick from a drop down anymore. They automatically suggest stuff for you. So Mercari's even getting a little bit better and faster on its own. You come down, you select your shipping. You guys know what a listing looks like. And then the same on Poshmark. It's all already filled in, except for a couple things like your category.
Yeah.
And then you just list it. And if you're cross-posting older items over, then you do absolutely want to come back to don't do anything with this screen, I should add. Don't touch this until these are all popped up and loaded. This will, let me just show you real quick, because I don't want anyone to do what I did the other day, the first time I used it. I didn't realize you're not supposed to touch anything until this processing button is done. If you click over here,
again, you're good to go.
Yeah. So once it's done processing and it says copy again, then you can go back in on the side and click to go back into your eBay. If you're moving older listings, you want to have a system on eBay and your SKU line that it's elsewhere, like I have. And then look, guys, did you know that was perfectly even moves your SKU line for you over to Poshmark now? That used to not be a thing. Poshmark just introduced the SKU line at the beginning of the year, and it was just a couple months ago I noticed that List Perfectly was moving that over for me. Mm-hmm. So it's that easy. You can move that many things that quick. And then when you make your new listings, depending on what plan you have with List Perfectly, you can just create your listings and List Perfectly back here in your catalog. You can create templates in here just like you would. I'm not going to go through all of everything tonight with you. Amanda and Clara have tons of tutorial videos here on List Perfectly. They have a Facebook group. You can watch all their tutorial videos. They go live on Instagram all the time. Like Alex said, they have a Facebook group where you can ask questions and get tons of help and support from the List Perfectly community. And there's a lot of us in the community now, and some of us have been on board since the beginning, and some of us are new. But you can always find someone who knows something and can help you.
And every Tuesday and Thursday, we do a webinar. So you can actually talk to our executive team. I'm on a lot of the webinars. I tend to focus on the strategy webinars, like how to take the best pictures, how to make the best title. But Clara and Amanda will literally do tutorials like how to get your listings onto Grailed, how to get your listings onto eBay. And that's every Tuesday and Thursday. You can find the information for that on our Instagram or community Facebook group. And it's really great because, like, how many companies do you know where you can just talk to the founders twice a week? You know, it's such a great resource. And if you need any help, you can literally come straight to the source twice a week and get that help you need.
Yes, absolutely. And I just want to demonstrate one more time how fast that was. Mm-hmm. I really want you guys to be, we'll do 5.
Sure. And I also, actually, I'll wait for you to show them. So
we'll pick Grailed, eBay, and I'll move it to List Perfectly.
Yeah, so that will be, because you picked 5, that would open up 25 tabs, right? 5 items, 5 marketplaces, and that would be 25 tabs. And people, I think in the comments were asking if you can import your listings into your List Perfectly catalog. Yes, you can. And I highly recommend doing that because then you can manage them like we were saying earlier. So it's a great process to do.
Yep. See how fast they're all popping up? Now I am going to let it go for a second just to show you guys. It's popping up Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, Grailed, over and over again. Just that fast. Boom, boom, boom.
So cool.
It's so cool. But I am going to interrupt it, like I told you guys not to do. Once I click over here when it was still going processing, it will mess it up. So don't do that. But I just kind of want to not have 25 tabs. So, but yeah, you guys can go to the webinars twice a week. They have a Facebook group. You can get help anywhere and everywhere. You can ask me. You can go back through my YouTube. I have tons of videos. I don't like this. Let's do this. I have tons of videos on the platform. And even within my group, there's a ton of List Perfectly veterans that have been on since I came back from Open last year. So excited. So now that you guys have seen how flippin' cool it is, it's so awesome and why I love it so much. Alex, do you want to talk about all the new features and platforms you guys have added?
Yeah, definitely. So as Star was saying, we definitely have bulk cross posting, which is what we just did. We just did bulk cross posting, but you do have to be on the business or pro plan in order to use it. So on the simple plan, you don't have the bulk cross posting. Now bulk just means cross posting more than one item at a time. So instead of clicking that one item and posting it to all the different marketplaces, you can do 5, 10, 15, 20. I do up to 50, Star does 20 at a time. So that is what we mean by bulk, and that has been a new feature that people love. We also are working on a relist delist feature, so that's going to be really great, especially for Poshmark and eBay, just to get those listings fresh again. Although we do have the delist feature as long as already ready to go, as long as you have all your items in your List Perfectly catalog, we are able to delist them for you. So when something is sold, you just mark sold. There's a big button that says mark sold. You'll click it and then we'll remove it from all the marketplaces without you having to go in one by one and delete them or even remember where they are, right? Like sometimes you don't even know that you actually had it on Mercari. And so we go to Mercari and remove it for you. And again, in order to do that, you do need to have your listings in the List Perfectly catalog and cross post from List Perfectly to the various marketplaces. Also, of course, it's one thing that makes List Perfectly different that no other service has is as many marketplaces as we have. So I would love to just kind of walk you guys through all the different marketplaces we have. We have 9 marketplaces.
Crazy.
I know, it's crazy. And we add one every single month. So you're always able to expand your business, reach new customers, and get more orders going. So we have Etsy, especially for vintage sellers. Or someone that does handmade stuff or collectibles. It's a really great place to be. eBay, Facebook Marketplace. And you guys wouldn't even believe, if you haven't sold on Facebook Marketplace, you can definitely get orders on there. Like you really can.
Yeah, and they're offering shipping now. So you don't have to do it locally.
Exactly. Okay, Mercari, of course. Depop. So for anyone that has vintage or athletics, that's a really great place to be. Grailed, which is another streetwear men's focused marketplace. Kitizen, which is mostly children's clothing, but they actually have a mom section too. So if you have clothes that are suitable for moms, that is the great place to be as well. And moms totally buy on there. And I think one really interesting thing about Kitizen is you can either cash out when you make a sale, or you can trade in for credits and you get more money, obviously, if you trade in for credits. So many of the sellers actually buy on there as well. And that's just a really big, people don't realize like how powerful the buying is on Kitizen, but it really is powerful. Tradesy, which is your luxury designer marketplace. And of course, Poshmark. Everyone knows Poshmark. Next up is Shopify. So that's going to be so huge for everyone that wants to start their own website, kind of own their brand. I know a lot of businesses are on Shopify and they want to go onto the marketplaces. So that's going to be great for them too. It's really going to be an exciting marketplace. And yeah, we're adding one every single month. We love to hear from you. So you can always post in the Facebook group which one you want next, or come to a webinar and tell us.
That's a lot to think about. I have to say, if it weren't for List Perfectly, I would only be on eBay, which is our main income, and Poshmark. We had tried Mercari several times in the past and given up on it because it just wasn't, we didn't have the time to dedicate to it, to make the money, to make the sales, to make it make sense. And I really don't have time to dedicate to Grailed or Depop or any of these other places. But now, 5 minutes a day, I can move 20 things to all these different platforms. It takes 20 minutes out of them. I can do it while I'm having my morning coffee. And I'm on all these other platforms that heretofore I did not have the time for. And I'm making money by spending 20 minutes a day. Now, if it wasn't for List Perfectly, would I have the time? No, I wouldn't. There's just not enough time in the day. So I kind of want to talk about the costs now. Before we get into that, can you have an unlimited catalog?
So in List Perfectly, we have unlimited cross posting with every plan. So that means if you were just to go onto eBay, if you can, that would be great to pull up the pricing.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that.
Awesome. So if you were to like go from eBay to Poshmark or from eBay to any of the other platforms, you could cross post unlimited. It's just gonna be on the homepage, not here. Yeah, exactly. Scroll down.
Oh my goodness.
Right there.
I've been here. There you go.
Okay, we're good. So you get unlimited cross posting with every single plan, which means you can, like, we don't charge you to cross post your items to marketplaces. That being said, your catalog does have a storage limit. So if you're planning to start your listings on List Perfectly, so you have that great inventory management, or you're planning to import your listings to List Perfectly, you do have a storage limit. So with each plan, I'm looking at simple, it's 100 items. On business, it's 300 items, and on pro, it's 500 items. Now, it is very, very inexpensive to purchase upgrades. So basically, it's under a penny per additional item that you store in your catalog. And Star, if you want to hit sign up, you'll see how to do that right away as well. So you can just click all of these, just say yes on all of them. There you go. Press next. Okay, so now you're going to click simple or business or pro, whichever one works for you. I recommend business. And then do you see how it says add an upgrade optional? That's where you will add your like catalog storage limit. If you want to increase it, you can purchase it right then and there. Or if you run out of space, we'll just like literally have a pop-up that's like, hey, increase your space. Or you can go into your account settings.
Okay, so, and did you guys see as I was choosing what I wanted, this changes over here? So if you're like me and you need to keep looking at something 15 million times to compare it, to decide what you're going to do, this will let you just keep looking it over.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, Keith and I have the business plan. We do not have the pro. We've had the business plan from the go. And I want to talk about the pricing because a lot of people want to bulk it. Oh my God, $50 a month. But how much do you spend on bubble wrap a month? Your polymailers, your tissue papers, your tape, your store subscription on eBay. I mean, if you just think about all the little things that you have to pay for to run your business, it's part of business. You have to spend money to make money. But if you break List Perfectly down into how much do I need to make a month to justify spending $50, that's $12.50 a week. So if you can sell one bread and butter pair of American Eagle jeans for $20 somewhere, your profit's going to be about 8 to 10, depending on your cost of goods. So if you can sell 1 to 2 items a week on platforms that you had never been on before, never had time for before, you just put your stuff over there, 1 item, 2 items a week, depending on what, if you have bread and butter, you're probably going to need to sell 2. If you have bolo items, you'll need 1. But 1 item a week, 4 items a month, and then it's paid for. And anything above that is extra profit. And that's what I want you guys to think about. Don't think like $50 a month. That's $800 a year. I'm bad at math. Is it $800 a year? $600 a year?
It's about. I'm bad at math too. I think it's 600. I'm not sure. I'm going to do the math. I don't even want to go there right now.
Okay, so it's a lot.
Chatty mode right now, so not math mode. Okay, it is 600.
600. I said 8. But if you look at it like if I'm on 8 different platforms I've never been on before, and I'm going to sell 8 new items a week, even if it's only 1 item per platform, then that is going to pay for List Perfectly and create more profit into your bottom line. So.
And you're reach new people, you are going to make more sales. I'll tell you that right now, that List Perfectly, when I was just a member, not even working here, it paid for itself in less than a week. Every single person that I talk to, do interviews with and whatnot, will tell you this pays for itself. And not to mention the time you save. Like, even if you don't make more sales, which you will because you're on new platforms, just the time saved is way more than $50 worth of your time each month, right? Like I was just like Sarah was saying, she did 100 listings in 20 minutes. Typically that will take 500 minutes, right? So, I mean, just on that alone, literally I'm doing 500 divided by 60 right now. I think that's going to be 3 hours, or no, it's actually more. It's actually 8 hours, right, of time. And so if you're going to just save that 8 hours on those 100 listings, like that is way more than $50 to me. And I'm sure to so many of us, right?
Right.
And even if you were like in a minimum wage job, that is still more than $50.
Yeah.
So it really will save the time and have more time for the things you love, or to like increase your business and list more items.
Yeah, and like you said, I like that, thinking of what's your time worth. Mm-hmm. I would have been listing for 7.5 more hours, and even at an $8 an hour job, that's $60. So,
right.
My time is worth about 50 to me in my head. I'm so important, but think about what your time is worth. Is it worth 20, 30, 40? Yeah. Is that time you could have spent with your dog at the park, spending quality time with your pooch? Could you have been spending quality time with your toddler, watching something on TV, or with your high schooler playing a card game, or even just by yourself with Mr. King and a great book, Stephen King book? It's just, your time is valuable, and it's not always about your time is spent making money. But if all your time is spent on your business making money and you don't have any time for yourself or your family or your animals or any of the things in life that make us fulfilled as human beings, then you're just spinning your wheels, and it's not worth it. Even as a business owner, I will tell you, it can't be your life. You can't sleep, eat, and breathe your business. So when you have something like this, I saved myself 7 hours. So maybe I spent the other 5 doing other things on other streams of income, YouTube, guides, whatever, making that money. And then I took some time off and read a book, watched a movie. So I really recommend it. I think it's definitely worth it. If you sell one extra item a week, I'm hoping everyone's making a $10 profit on each item. Then you've made the money up. So let me catch up on the chat, and then we're going to make a little small exciting announcement. Lindsay says she just subscribed to List Perfectly, but didn't even know about all these features. So she's probably going to upgrade from Simple to Business. I absolutely recommend that.
I really recommend it.
It's the best. I mean, I have friends like Colleen. I don't even know if Colleen's here tonight. Colleen has Pro, but Colleen is a pro, and she does like so many listings on her own a week. She's crazy, but she needs it for what she does. But all she does is list. If you do eBay and not eBay, YouTube or social media or anything else, then business is enough, I think. You just have to decide for yourself. Mercari is great. 3-day returns and sell stuff on Mercari. I have never had luck on Mercari, ever. I've given up on the darn thing 3 times, and I'm only on it now because I'm just moving all my plush over there. So
I have a strategy for Mercari. I say you have to list on Mercari really consistently to get your profile boosted. So I like to list, I go slower with listing on Mercari. I'll list 5 items every week or every day. I try to do between 5 a day and 5 a week, somewhere between 5 and 25. And it definitely helps, I think, just like that you have that consistent listing. And same thing with Depop. So if you're on List Perfectly, it makes it crazy easy. If you're cross-posting from List Perfectly, it makes it crazy easy because you can see right there which platforms you're already on, and then just make that Mercari round again.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even mention that. The money savings, the time savings, and the stress savings. If you're listing on List Perfectly and going out to your other platforms, how many of y'all, raise your hand, I'm guilty, have sold something on eBay, you go to pull it, it's not in its location, so you check on Poshmark and it's sold 3 months ago. And you forgot to take it off of eBay. It happens all the time. We're human beings, we make mistakes. I mean, it happens to us probably at least once a week. I'll be straight up honest. It was happening once a week, and I had to literally take an 8-hour day and go through all of our platforms and see what was listed where and fix it. And it was a big, big endeavor, and I did not like it. So if you've ever had to do that, if you, in fact, Tammy, I'm calling you out. I see you in the chat. Tammy just posted in my Facebook group today that she had to cancel a sale on eBay because it had sold on Poshmark 7 months ago. So this will help you keep track of that. This will help you not feel because it can feel overwhelming when you have something on 10 platforms and you have to keep an eye on everything. And there's only 9 platforms on List Perfectly, but you guys see what I'm saying. So that said, we are going to give out 1 month free to one, poor Tammy, to one very lucky subscriber. And it's not just for y'all watching right now. I will put this in the Facebook group for the members there. If you sign up for List Perfectly using my affiliate link, which is in the description box down below, it's the first link in the box, but it's also going to be over here in the chat now. If you sign up for List Perfectly with that between now and next Monday,
yes, between now and the 20th,
you not only will get 30% off, everyone gets 30% off your first month, but you'll get entered into the contest, and then one very lucky winner will get that month free.
Yes. So how it works is you're going to click the link. You're going to go through the sign up process, which we showed you. We literally went through those check boxes. That's the sign up process. You're going to, this link will automatically connect you to the 30% off deal for your first month, 30% off. But I also want to let you guys know that you do get a 3-day money back guarantee when you sign up to 20 cross posts. So you get up to 3 days or 20 cross posts. And you're covered by our money back guarantee. So if it doesn't work for you, which it will, it's never not worked for anybody. It really does work.
Yeah,
no, I mean, it's great. Then you can ask, then you can get a refund. So there's no risk in signing up with this link. And I really recommend that you do it in the next week, because then you get that benefit of the free month. And what we do is we're just going to pick one of you, contact you, and send you a PayPal refund. So you will get fully refunded for that first month.
Yep. So you have nothing to lose. You got 3 days to try it. If you really hate it, you get your money back. If you like it and you don't win the contest, you still get your first month 30% off. And one of you is going to get it for free. Now, I am required by the law, FCC, I think, Federal Trade Commission. I have to tell you guys it's an affiliate link, so I do get a small kickback for everyone that uses the link. But you guys know how that goes. You're familiar with that. I do affiliates with Amazon and eBay as well. It's just a little kickback to us for doing what we do, teaching you guys how to use the platform, all the videos I've done. And it helps us out and helps me to continue making videos. So it is an affiliate link. I do have to tell you that. And I guess we'll open up the floor for questions for a couple minutes before we leave you guys. Is there anything else we wanted to add while we wait for questions to come in?
I don't think so. I feel like we covered so much tonight. Like, wow, we really got deep there. I love it.
Yeah, I actually thought it was going to take us a lot longer, but
no, we did great. And yeah, if anyone has any questions too, you can always DM our Instagram, post in the Facebook group if something comes to mind. Tomorrow, we are here for you. And we literally have a webinar on Thursday too that you can come to. So, I totally forgot to tell you guys that we have a new feature on List Perfectly. If you do list your item, you start your item in List Perfectly, like we were talking about, and put it in your catalog. We have a title variation feature. It just came out. So you can actually create different titles for different marketplaces right on List Perfectly. And we tell you what the character count is and all that. So we are doing a title workshop on Wednesday at 11 a.m. That's part of our webinars. We post about it on Instagram and Facebook, so you won't miss it. And also another thing that I think is really cool, while we're just waiting, we do a super seller interview every single Thursday, 3 super sellers. So we pick people like Star that are absolute bosses. Star, we got to talk about this, by the way. I just wanted to get through one collab at a time here, but we interview people like you for tips, tricks, and no BS advice every single Thursday live on Instagram starting at 4 p.m. So you can always, we just had the Posh Kings on, and we have all these really great people that have been doing this for God knows how long and have so much advice to share. So that's another great thing about List Perfectly. We really invest in the community and in your guys' voices. So Yeah, I love that.
And you guys do fun things in your stories too, where we get to participate and answer questions. Their Instagram is probably my favorite Instagram because it's the most interactive. There's always like quizzes and questionnaires in their stories, and then the interviews they do with other resellers. And they also did one. It wasn't like a live interview, but I answered some questions, and you had my photo with it on your page. I forget what that was called. That was fun.
The community story.
The community story, yeah. So they're always interacting with people. And, you know, in addition to it being a really great tool to help me sell more and list more, I actually connect with tons of other resellers just by being on their Instagram and paying attention and following the people they're interacting with, and by being in their Facebook group. And actually, let me see if I can get that link for you guys so you guys can join their Facebook group. If you're on the fence, go in there. And these people in this group were not paid. We just really love List Perfectly.
Someone asked if the webinars can be watched later. Yes, they can. They're on our YouTube channel, List Perfectly YouTube.
Yes. So I'm going to get you the link to their group. But I've met so many resellers in their group and on their Instagram that I've connected with. And you guys know how I'm always telling you, it's so important in our business to network, to meet people. People always want to know how I get these really great deals on wholesale and how I get this and how I know this. I network. That's how I've met Alex. So it's a good way to network. They have a lot of information. They have a lot of other people that follow them and interact with them. $2 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Danetta. Thank you. Alma says, I missed the whole chat, but do you guys still have a waiting list? No.
No more waiting list. You can sign up to any plan.
Yep, you can sign up immediately. You can click my affiliate link and you can go sign up right now. And then I just put their Facebook group in there. So I think you got nothing to lose. I think you should try it. I think that, here comes Robert, and at the very end, we're about to log out. Zombie Bargain Hunter there, guys. He has a wrench. He should have a wrench. I can't tell on StreamYard. You are a mod, right, Robert? He's the one I was telling you about before we went live, the Plush.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I was telling Alex all about you and your 4,000 plushies you're moving over to Poshmark with List Perfectly. So
welcome. We are here for you.
All right, guys, I don't see any other questions, but here's the thing. If you think of one later that you forgot, you can always come back to this video and leave it. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it for you. You can go to the List Perfectly Facebook group and ask in there. You can go on their Instagram. It's at List Perfectly on Instagram. Or you can go into my Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. I believe most folks in there do have List Perfectly because I've been preaching its praises for a year. I loved it back when it was only Poshmark and eBay, one thing at a time. Now you guys that are coming in now, you have the world at your fingertips.
Totally. And we're always adding new features. We always want to hear from you. So going on a webinar, post in the Facebook group, we're listening.
Yep. So again, if you forgot a question and you need anything answered, go to their Facebook group, go to their Instagram. Alex is really good at answering people real fast. I guess other than that, do you have anything else you want to add before we let the folks go?
No, just don't forget to sign up with Star's link so that you can get the 30% off, 3-day money-back guarantee, and enter to win a month of List Perfectly.
Yep, and I will put a link to that. Excuse me. I want to cough, and then I don't want to cough because I'm on live. I will put a link in the Facebook group as well, so people who didn't catch the live can still enter. So hit the thumbs up before you guys leave. It really helps the channel so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already and help us feed all these hungry hippos back here. Yeah. Until next time, guys, go sign up for List Perfectly. Go do some cross posting. Be productive. Make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, and thank you so much to Alex for coming on tonight.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Bye, guys.